Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we're checking out level 6, Amon Hen, for Lego Lord of the Rings. Alright, so there are a couple extra prerequisites for this that we recommend you guys grab before doing this. Otherwise you'll have to play a couple, 3 or 4 times through. So, as you probably see here, looks familiar, we're here in Bree, which is just east of Hobbiton, if you're not familiar. We're going to sneak on back to the old blacksmith table here. And first we're going to pull up the old cluster bow and add that to our list. So all in all, again, 3 new items on top of the existing items that we've already used. So you'll want to complete the story mode. You'll want to have the Mithril Fireworks or Berserker to take out any of the silver Mithril objects. You'll also want the cluster bow, which we're building right now. And you'll also need the Mithril boxing gloves or Uruk-Hai or Shagrot to pull an orange handle. So that gets us caught up to speed on what we already have shown you. Next in line is going to be the Mithril Rope. During this next session on Amon Hen, we actually cannot switch, even in free play, while playing as Frodo in the ring mode, going up the hill, trying to avoid Boromir. You actually cannot switch to any other player. So you will need the bow for him, which is why we're doing that. So don't just think if you got Legolas that you're good, because you can't switch to Legolas. You'll also need the rope as well. So last but not least, you're also going to need the Shockwave Axe, or I've heard a rumor of a golden axe. I'm not sure where we get that, but that if you have it already or whatnot, feel free to use it. You just need an axe, so Frodo can use it. If you notice too, down on the right-hand side of the corner, I did go ahead and show you what levels these are acquired at, because they are all blacksmith designs that you'll need to come here and forge at the blacksmith. So we got all of our tools. We're ready to roll out, and yeah, buddy. So unfortunately too, the rope is actually the blacksmith design for this level, so it's kind of a catch-22 situation. It's one of the easiest blacksmith designs to get, so hopefully you are following along in our story mode walkthrough, and you got that, because we did. And was it me, or was Sam a little too excited for that sausage back there? I know we went through it a little fast, but the way he holds it up and that look in his eye is a little questionable at best, if you ask me. All right, so here we are in the ring mode here. We're going to actually kill a couple birds with one stone, or actually, literally, a couple birds with a couple stones, but we're also going to start by shooting our bow there as well and blast 1 of 6 targets. But what I mean by killing 2 birds with 1 stone here is that we are going to also get a trophy for not being caught by Boromir. Now, after you push the little thing down and you come up to this hand and build the blocks up, the little staircase, you're going to want to smash the rest of the hand and sneak behind and grab that mini kit as well. All right. So there's basically only, 4 spots here you got to avoid Boromir? There's the second target. So the targets will actually be found 3 as Frodo and 3 once you return back and play as the group. So we will show you where all of those are. It's pretty sweet. You can knock that down. Now the cool thing is we're actually going to use that catapult yet again. So we're going to make our way up here. We're going to gouge those eyes out, get a couple extra studs. Not that we need them. We did get the True Adventurer status for this level, which the stud requirement is 50,000 for this one. So we are going to go up here. I hate that it makes you get that close. It was a little uneasy knowing that we were trying to get that trophy achievement. But once you get all the way up there, you're going to want to shoot that. Now that you have the bow as well, which we couldn't do the first time around, we're going to knock that boulder down. We knew it was coming, so we stayed out of the way. It will Indiana Jones your ass, so get out of there. And then once you get all the way back down and it fills it back up, you're going to launch it one more time and find yourself a mini kit. Oh, yeah. I was trying to gouge out some more eyes there, but no such luck. It's a one-time gouging. All right, so we're going to go into super crack mode again here for a second, speed things up, and make sure that once you knock all that down that you actually climb back up there. I forgot this time around. I found it the story mode. We'll go up there again. There's a couple blues and a purple up there. Now, once you get to the archway, it's the last little segment. You're going to want to climb through the hobbit hole and come off to the side. You'll see that there is another statue. Notice it does not have a target on it, but, you know, it is giving us the 3 of 6 indication, so we know that we're on the right path. So all 3 of the statues have been taken out with Frodo, so we know that we're good until we switch to the party. We'll go ahead and knock Boromir right in the face with them boulders. We'll get our trophy. That is a rare gift. Or achievement, depending on which platform you're playing on. And that was for not being caught by Boromir going up the hill. We're actually probably going to do a separate video for that as well, but being that we got it on the playthrough, we figured we'd include it. Yeah, I'd totally destroy this. I had a nice little secret going here, coming up here, and then I fall and walk all over the place. But you're going to want to grab the axe and do the old power slam like you'd normally do with old Gimli, the angry dwarf. And then you're going to grab this very peculiar stop sign. Like, I'm not sure what's going on. The only thing I could think of is Gandalf, thou shalt not pass. Stops. I mean, if you guys know what it is and I'm just an idiot, feel free to leave it in the comments and let me know. I'm always glad to get some feedback from you guys and learn things that I am unaware of. So that dude is watching us. All right, we'll go ahead and move on here. Now we're with the group. We're going to jump up. We're going to try to complete this cooking puzzle because we're going to give it to this ghost over here on the far left that we'll see in a second once we get through here. You'll see there's the first of the 3 for the party, which is actually the 4th one so far, right there, the statue. Make sure you smack that statue. Get credit for that. Now you can use Uruk-Hai or Shagrot or the Mithril boxing gloves to pull that orange handle, and you can see the a-hole ghost sitting on that treasure over there, preventing us from getting it. But we will dig up this fish and add it to our cooking puzzle. And then we'll switch to Aragorn and use our trusty sword to take out the Morgul bricks. Okay, so, you know, as most of you have known for a while now, if you've been watching any of our videos, there are very few, but there are some pretty big moments that I've had that are pretty humiliating. Well, get ready for a good one right here. I speed it up and try not to be too obvious about it. But this is just 1/10 of how humiliating it gets on the next level. Oh, God. In fact, it was so bad, I actually deleted like, I don't know, 7.5 minutes. I cannot do this. This whole use Gandalf and his special orb thing, I can't do it. I am just totally incapable of moving these blocks the way they're supposed to be moved. And if there's some sort of extra control of being able to take things apart, like I'm having a hard time grabbing the block I want, but getting, I get it here. And this one wasn't that bad. Like this is, most people probably struggled a little bit of figuring out what goes where. I get it. They look at each other. I get the mini kit. Woohoo. But embarrassing. And it just gets worse. On the next level, when you have to build the puzzle, oh man. And I even built it in the first one and humiliated myself in the story mode walkthrough. But I didn't get it perfect, so I didn't get the mini kit and at least get to save face. This time I do. And look at this little Slimer looking dude coming and stealing our food. Good thing we knew we were building it for him, otherwise I would have been a little irritated. So we can go back there and collect our treasure. And I, of course, am a stud horse, so I'm going to switch to Aragorn and take out those last couple of mithril blocks that were sitting on the ground there. And now that we've cleared out everything in this area, minus a few bushes. Alright, so we're just going to continue up the path. Yes, that was a target, but no, that wasn't the target we need to for our statues. So we'll keep on keeping on. Right after we destroy this Gimli crack with our Shockwave Axe, we will find the next statue, which actually gives us 5 of 6. The 3 from Frodo, the 1 on the beach, and now 1 there. 3 plus 1 plus 1 is 5 according to our math, so hopefully you're tracking along with us as well. This was also an awesome moment of my epicness. I switched to Aragorn and then accidentally switched down below, and then Aragorn jumps off, so I had to run back up there, which was not nice. Then I'm a little excited to have this Mithril Shockwave Axe, so I've been using it. I know I'm one that usually just kind of sticks with the norm of what works, and normally it would be Gimli, but I decided to break the norm. All right, so before you actually jump on this final pillar and make your way out of here, we're going to jump onto this little handrail on the right and make our way into the cave there, as you saw, and inside is a mini kit. And then we'll keep working our way up the hill, and we're getting pretty close to the end of this. We've almost got all the collectibles so far. After you smash down the trees, switch on over to Frodo and use his light to get into the cave. But beware, there is a guardian in there, as you can see. He comes out and attacks you. And then you're going to want to switch back to Frodo before advancing and get in there and bust open that rock and grab that mini kit. Now we're also going to use Legolas to get up top. Now here is where the 6th statue is. Booyakashow. Got our mini kit for all 6 of them there. And as we're kind of multitasking here, we did build the bricks and push the pillar down for the rest of our group. But we're going to switch to Aragorn and smash the 4th Morgul brick that will allow us to get our mini kit for that as well. So now we're going to watch a little cutscene. Blah, 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 ring. Watch out, bad guys. All right. Now we're going to kick these guys' teeth in after a quick save and continue. Or a long save and continue, especially with it ×5. Holy cow, that was a long save. And then once they come breaking through there, you're going to want to head to the bottom left-hand side, switch to Berserker, and crack open those blocks and get inside for the Uruk sword or Uruk sword. You guys know by now I can't pronounce anything correctly, so I just gave up. We'll take out these baddies and this next group of baddies. Then now in this area, there's a couple key things here. First of all, do not kill all of the Uruk-Hai warriors here. You do not want to kill them. Just let them throw shit at you. You're going to jump up on top after building a flower with Sam and grab the mini kit up there. Again, do not kill all the bad guys. You're going to want to walk over to the right-hand side of your screen, and if you actually look very closely... And now that we've gotten up this secret little awesome path on the right, we'll go ahead and switch to Berserker or use your Mithril Fireworks. I still don't understand the control of this guy. And he throws it wherever he wants, not where you need him to. But you'll just kind of follow the trail here. First you're going to throw Sam's Elven Rope up top. Then you're going to switch on over to Legolas and shoot some targets. And then use your super high jumps. Boing, boing. And just keep working your way up to the top. There is a bunch of studs floating around on both sides. And most importantly, you want to make sure that you get the mini kit up top. So you do have to kind of complete most of this little area's puzzles in order to, get what you need to get all the way up top. But once you get to the hobbit hole, crawl through there and then switch back to Legolas or an elf, the elf of your choice. And use your hops again to get up onto the mushroom and baboing your way all the way through the top. If you notice, too, it's kind of like a stone temple statue of like a Lego shape, too. If you look at it, you're almost like inside a giant Lego cement statue. Well, you are. You're not almost. And now that we have gotten through that, you can take out the last Uruk-Hai. Uruk-Hai? Uruk-Hai? However you say it. Super guy? I don't know. So head on over to the right hand side with Sam's Elven Rope. You can pull down the switch, which will bring up 6 targets for Legolas to blast. 2 in the front, 2 in the right, and 2 on the left. Once you get all 6 of them, the mini kit will be added, and that will be just about it. If you have not grabbed the Blacksmith design, we'll show you where it is. We got it on our first playthrough. Hopefully you're following along. And we are going to crawl through the hobbit hole. And before attacking him, you're going to smack that statue. And the statue will actually kick down with the Blacksmith design. And that will be the Mithril Rope, which is actually one needed for this. So again, hopefully you found that on your first playthrough. Otherwise, looks like you might be in for yet one more run through this level, which would suck. All right, so from here on out, we're just basically watching a couple cutscenes and destroying all the studs and taking out this last bad guy. If you need help on how to beat this level or what's going on here, we obviously have already approached that in our story mode video. And this is more for mini kits, treasures, and blacksmith designs. So, yeah, buddy, that's going to pretty much wrap it up for all the cool stuff. You're welcome to move on to the next video or listen to the rest of this. Whatever you want to do. I find it a little weird that they use a banana. It's usually a banana in the tailpipe, not a banana in the chest. Yeah, sad days. Sad times. But Frodo and Sam are friends forever. Hetero life mates headed out to shores of unknown. All right, well, that's going to bring us to our total screen, where we will prove to you that we got all of the goodies. And also get paid for doing so. Booyakashow, look at that. Wait till we get our multiplier, our red brick multiplier, which we should have access to the first one after our next level, which is nice. I think it's the next level. Don't quote me on that. It's coming soon, though. All right, but there you can see 10 of 10 mini kits, the blacksmith design, and all 3 treasures, which will bring us to the end of Lego Lord of the Rings Level 6 Amon Hen free play. So, yeah, buddy. Feel free to comment, vote, subscribe if you like what we're doing. Head on over to Facebook and Twitter, as always. And, yeah, until next time.